So if you've been following through with all my builds for Persona 5 Strikers, you would come to realize that I am one element off from assembling your god tier team, and that element is Nuke. As a quick preface before we go further, understand that this is not the end of my builds, as I do have a couple more to come that might be alternate personas for previous elements made, or serve different purposes other than just sheer damage. Another quick disclaimer, I will be using my Black Frost build for the millionth time, as well as my Norn, so if you've not seen those videos, definitely go back and see them as soon as possible so you not only have those OP personas, but be able to fuse this one as well. One last thing, I definitely feel that this build has a lot of room for your own self-judgment. I thought about ways to make this build more self-sufficient, but since Nuke innately does not deal ailments or anything of the sort, trying to make it an ailment boost persona would sacrifice too much raw nuke damage, therefore leaving a couple skills that can be up to your interpretation. With that said, let's talk about the mod. So what does Mod learn innately? Well, Cosmic Flare is one of the strongest nuke skills in the game, and is complemented by Nuke Amp. Now as far as Concentrate and Megidola goes, they're only here simply because there really is no better option from his small innate arsenal. Now as far as what you need to inherit, things are pretty standard here. Spellmaster to offset the SP costs, Technical Adept to let the nuke damage technical when the situation allows it, Nuke Boost for even more damage, and Null Nuke because it was just another skill I decided to pick up. As far as Concentrate, Megidola, and Null Nuke goes, these can be swapped out for many other skills that you might personally find more useful. If you wanted an ailment build, i.e. Nocturnal Flash with Dizzy Boost, Soul Thief, and Ailment Boost, for example, unfortunately you would have to give up one of these essential skills of this persona, which in my opinion, if you must get rid of one skill, should be Nuke Boost, since out of the rest of the skills it contributes the least to the build. But again, it is all just your preference. So then how do we fuse this build? Well, this build is actually probably the shortest build that I have ever made, as you need the base ingredients of Norn for its Technical Adept, and Mithras for its Nuke Boost. Norn is one of the final ingredients for Mott, so you can just leave it be. For Mithras, we want to eventually get it to become a Bugs, so to start, first get the Mithras to level 43 so he can learn Nuke Boost, then fuse it into a Fortuna, then into a Lilith, then, well, right here is actually where things can be a little bit interesting. If you have made my Black Frost build, which you should, then naturally when fused with Lilith, the two will make Bugs. So from that fusion, inherit Null Nuke and Spellmaster, then you should be good. After acquiring Bugs and Norn, you should have your Mott. Mott does fuse into the Trumpeter, but for him to replicate this build, you have to use skill cards. So if you want to fuse it into another persona, McCoy would probably be my choice. That being said, this rounds out all the elements in Persona 5 Strikers, but don't worry. I do know that Seth was requested, as well as some other ones. Some really memey, but as said, there's still quite a bit more planned for the days to come. On that note, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll leave you all with a combo showcase.